Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do a recap for the week. I'll Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna recap the current existing markets and then take a look at some of the trades that I took, and hopefully you guys can learn quite a bit from the review. And guys, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. It is going to motivate me to make more videos for you guys. So first thing we see on finviz.com is just look at the futures to see what the futures have really done on the big scheme of things, right? If you look at the daily chart, Dow Jones is super strong, S&P strong. There's some hesitancy on the Nasdaqs, but if you throw it out on the weekly chart, all three are strong across the board. Um, Even on monthly, everything is really strong across the board. If you look on the daily chart, then you might see some hesitancy, but if you throw it out on a longer term chart, everything looks good. So going back to the trades that I did this week, for the week I'm up about $1,570. So let's review, right? See what's going on. Um, so here's what we do. Let's take a look. So the trade. Let's start with the trade on Sohu, right? Sohu. Let me just pull this up over here. So Sohu was a name which I traded on this day on July 31st. So a couple of things that comes to notice, right? The reason I really day traded this stock is when I throw it on a couple of longer term charts. If you look at the weekly chart, I mean, this 200-day moving average is the long-term indicator to session. So in the weekly chart, it was above the 200-day moving average. On the daily chart, you can clearly see the trend and the stock was up, right? Now, after this nice consolidation, best entry would have been over here, and I think there was some earnings or something, and then it popped right up over here. So I mean, you can't really anticipate this, but on this particular day, on this green day, is when I actually traded it. So the pre-market, there was actually let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, July 31st. So the July 31st, there's this pre-market resistance over here, right around this 55.70, $56 region. And the way I really entered is once I saw the pre-market resistance on these regions, once it crossed over, and that's when I just went long on it, and I made my gains on it. That's one of the reasons why you will see me long position is somewhere around 56, and then right? So I went through over this long of 56, it went up, I took some profits. Once I saw this consolidation going on again, I tried to go long again to see if there's an opening range break, but then it actually came right back down. So I quickly took out my profits. So you can see my entry of 57.43 for this opening range break, and then 57.59, but when it starts turning back, I quickly bailed out on it. So that was the trade for Sohu. The way you can really look at a $56 level is it's a nice level to look at, right? I mean, there's still space to go to till 60 on the weekly chart, but on pre-market there was some nice levels to play with. Let's review what else. I guess the best way to do it is pull this out on a different thing. So that was Sohu, and then I made some loss on Sina. Now, Sina was not really for a day trade. It was more based on the weekly chart, right? If you look at the weekly chart, this stock has been trending up nicely after this first move, this second move, and now this third move. So I was hoping for this to actually go to 100 during the day, during the week, but that didn't really happen, right? The day I traded it was somewhere over here. I waited for this to break this $96 level, hoping for it to make a push up and go through 100. But what it really did was it went through this $96 level, went up to 97, and literally tanked, right? Let's see. So you can take a look at what happened. So this is the day that I actually got involved in this name. I went long on this $96 level, hoping for this to actually start going through the 100. I mean, there was a nice push, but then it actually quickly faded off. That's one of the reasons why you see me taking a loss, right? Was somewhere around 935, went up 97, but then I had to bail out under 96. So small loss on there, nothing too major. Let's look at this trade on, so we reviewed Soho, Cena. Let's take a look at Stamp, STMP. Let's look at the daily chart. So overall, big picture perspective, as long as over the 200-day moving average, we want to stay long on this name unless there's some exhaustion gap or something going on. But overall, trend is up, weekly is up, daily is up, and this is the day when it actually I traded it. That was on Thursday. So let's see. So on the pre-market, there was no levels on it to actually trade against, right? I mean, on the daily chart, if you look at it, I mean, there's no levels. I mean, this has it. It's an uncharted territory. Daily chart, really no levels either. So that's why you have to go on intraday level to see if there's any levels you can trade against. So it had this big push. My intention really was for it to pull back, consolidate right here, and start going through. So what it really did was, once I saw this consolidation, I actually went long on this candle. And on this push, once I saw this was not going to go through, I took my profits and bailed. But eventually this stock, if you look at it, it actually had made some decent move and then it went back up, right? So that was a stamp trade. Review stamps, so Husina, then there was Shopify. Let's look at Shopify. So this was the earnings data something which I traded on August the 1st. So first things first, the stock has been up like multiple months, right? The first move, this is the first move, the second move, and this is really the third move. So intentionally, it's kind of like an exhaustion gap. I mean, market can only make moves only so much. So the daily chart, you see a nice consolidation, but then you see this pop up, and then if it doesn't start to go up, like the STMP that we traded, the chances is going to start fading, right? So if you look on the trade on August the 1st, if the intent was short, you want to find levels to short against. So a few guys really traded this stock was short against 986, 928. So my short was somewhere around over here, right? It had this, the first bar was up, tried to go up, nothing really happened, got pushed through, had this nice bounce. The way somebody could have been get trapped is wait for this to pull back and try to play the consolidation for it to start going up. Once it doesn't happen, you should know this is flush city right here. So this move you could have played it, but I didn't really play this move. I played, so this is the first move, goes back, this is the second move, right? So the first move, not really playable. I didn't trade it. Once it made this move and has a nice consolidation over here, this is when I started building on my position on the short side. It flushed quick down here, and I took my profits, and that was that. 9906, the way I got this level was right here, right? Somewhere around this $99 level is the nice support over here, at least in the daily chart for now. So that was a that on trade shop. Two more trades to look at, PXD and LB. PXD was actually a really nice trade, traded on this day on August the 2nd. So once again, we look on the long-term charts. Weekly is below the 200-day, daily is below the 200-day. So we want to take a short position. Overall, the trend is down. So let's see if we can actually go through on a 1-minute chart, going back further. Let's see the big gap down. Okay, Let me see if I can zoom this up. Okay, so on PXD, there was some decent levels pre-market, right? On this level, but I didn't really trade this one. This one went too fast for me. I mean, if you are fast enough, you could have just shorted right here and play the flush. What I did was I waited for it to flush, and once it came back to the moving averages, I took a short position over here, covered down here. Once it came back over here, I reshorted it again and took my profits over here, right? So that's why if you look on my trades, let me show you. That's why when we see the trades, you can see this first push, nothing to do, came back to the moving averages, I shorted it, came down, I took my profits, came back up to the moving average, reshorted again, and took my profits on the way down. But eventually this stock actually made some really nice moves after the morning, after all this thing just happening on the shorter time span of 1 minute chart. Let me just show you what happened. So yeah, I mean, if you take a look on this, this is a 5-minute chart, is going to make you understand a bit better what was happening. On the 5-minute chart, if you look at it, so I was trading the stock in this range, right? And this move, but the big move actually happened right after the 10 o'clock mark, when it broke this 143 level and had this nice big flush down to 137. So this was the move, $5, right? Nice $5 push down here. The other name that you are looking at is the LB. On the day I traded it was on this gap down, which was on Thursday. So overall, once again, once you look at the trend, weekly is down, daily is down. You want to trade on a shorter time span and see what is going on, if there's any opportunity for me to take some kind of a short position on here, right? So I traded it right off the bat in the morning. Now my intent really was for the $47, right? If you look on this moving, sorry, this $43 level is kind of crucial for this, right? So once I look at on the 1-minute chart, when I take a look at this over here, so I saw this initial push in the morning, and once it rejected the moving day averages, I shorted over here and took my profits down here. And that was it for the LB's trade. I'll show you where it is. So quick trades in the mornings, right? First push, short against, I took my profits. Eventually did bounce back up, but then I only took my profits. So in LB I made about $100, nothing too big. And that's it for the day, guys. If you like the video, once again, please do like and subscribe. Gonna make me motivated, and it's gonna help you being motivated to trade stocks and build your financial future, financial freedom. Have a good one.